EA, EA, EA. What have you done? 2 years after Star Wars Battlefront, EA are back for another crack at the whip, promising over double the content in the original, and this time across all 3 Star Wars eras, including an original single-player campaign and a reworked multiplayer. Hopes were high this game could be something special indeed. Unfortunately, bad game mechanics, a dull, poorly executed story and a convoluted progression system tied to a predatory loot box scheme ultimately lead to an unrewarding and hollow experience. Where do I even start with this game? I mean, I actually thought the first game was quite decent, and then when the inevitable sequel was announced, I was hyped. Double the maps, single player campaign told from the Empire's perspective, all DLC maps will be free. I was like, yes, give it to me.
Yes! Yes!
Then I played the beta. Now, straight away something felt off.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force.
I felt that the shooting had changed. It felt instead of holding a deadly laser rifle that I could blast and burn through my enemy's armour, sending sparks flying while knocking them back as it hits them. It felt like I had some faulty gun from your local laser quest, firing wee infrared lights about with half the impact. It was like shooting cardboard cutouts with a Nerf gun. And I'm sorry to report, in the full game, I've had pretty much the same experience. Then, of course, there is the loot box and progression situation that is just tragic. Without a shadow of a doubt, this game was intended to be pay to win, and probably will still be pay to win when they bring back the ability to purchase crystals with real money after the new movies made its box office run. Crystals, by the way, are just one of the 3 in-game currencies, along with credits that you use for pretty much everything, and crafting parts, which are the third layer in this triple-decker shit sandwich EA want you to swallow. To make matters worse, even after the changes they've made so far because of all the public backlash, it's still an absolute grind fest, taking hours upon hours to unlock a fraction of the various hero characters and star cards available in the game. Now, this wouldn't be as bad if the game was actually any good, but the flawed and infuriating star card system basically guarantees an unfair and unbalanced playing field from the very start. Now, bear with me here. Each card has 4 levels that incrementally boost one stat or another. For instance, a level 2 card may boost your shield recharge time by 10%, while the same card at level 4 will boost your shield recharge time 40% quicker. Now, there are all sorts of cards from increasing blaster damage to giving your starship a smaller turning circle, basically huge advantages over anyone without level 4 cards. It's ridiculous. Then, to rub salt in the wound, the game throws it in your face by showing you the star cards the player who just killed you has equipped. And it comes across not so much as a nudge, but rather a poke in the ribs to go and get yourself some crystals, in a vain attempt to snag a level 4 card and be on a level playing field with these other people. It's bollocks, really. EA, cocksuckers. Even without the pay to win, this star card system is abysmal, and it needs a complete overhaul in my opinion, but I can't see them ever fixing it at this point. So, does the game have any redeeming features at all? Well, first off, the graphics are great overall. Much like the first game, they do an amazing job putting you in the Star Wars universe, and everything has been faithfully recreated from the films. There are some genuinely awe-inspiring environments, in particular the space battles in Kamino are breathtaking. Endor, Jakku, Hoth, all look pretty similar to the first game, which is no bad thing, as they were pretty good then. The character models are decent enough. All the effects from explosions, lighting, smoke, fantastic, and they work well with the stellar sound design. Now, fighting off stormtroopers as you hear TIE fighters and X-Wings buzz by overhead, sometimes crashing down beside you, is as exhilarating as it sounds. It's in these moments, when you're immersed in the game, that it really shines. And it's here I have to mention the epic space battles developer Criterion of Burnout fame have done an incredible job here. The control mechanics are tight and responsive, and it's a vast improvement over the first game in pretty much every way. Flying through the wreckage of the second Death Star locked in tense dogfights or assaulting capital ships in multi-stage battles are just some of the highlights that make Starfighter Assault easily the standout multiplayer mode for me. Also, you have Blast, basically Team Deathmatch, Galactic Assault, a 40-player large-scale multi-stage battle. Heroes versus villains, which is exactly what it sounds like. Strike, 8v8 objective-based scenarios, and arcade mode where you can battle the AI. They round out the selection. As I've said earlier, I'm not a fan of the shooting mechanics here, which is unfortunate, as I love the developers' DICE other shooters, Battlefield 1 mechanics in particular. In Battlefront 2, the guns have little weight or impact, and to me, at least just feel wrong. Now, maybe it's just me, maybe it's I don't have the right upgrades for the weapons yet, star cards, or maybe they've changed the mechanics to make it more accessible for the wider majority, or noobs, you know. Either way, I'm very disappointed with the gunplay on offer here, which is easily bested by the likes of Destiny 2, Call of Duty World War 2, Battlefront 2's main two competitors. Speaking of number 2s, that brings us to the campaign. Now, I was so looking forward to this story told from the Empire's side, but unfortunately it's very poor. Sure, there are moments in the campaign where you do feel immersed in a large-scale Star Wars battle. It's mainly during the various space battles, some missions that mix up the aerial and ground combat really well. They were my favourite. The rest of it is just quite boring. The plot points are laughable at best, and the game does little, next to nothing, to make you care about any of the characters. As for the end and the totally out of the blue romance that happens, it just seems rushed, flung together at the last moment. It's more like a mishmash of levels rather than a coherent story. Then add to this the frustrating ground vehicle missions that slow and break the whole pace. It's a 4 to 5 hour journey that is unremarkable and easily forgotten. I wanted to like this game, and the multiplayer would be good on its own without the bullshit loot boxes, star cards and progression system, but that's what we have. With this in mind, I can't give this game any more than a 5 out of 10, and that's mainly because of the space battles. EA, get your shit together. Well, that's my Star Wars Battlefront 2 review. Let me know if any of you had similar experiences with it, especially about the shooting. Anyone agree or disagree? I'm interested to hear any thoughts you folks have on that. So, till next time, this is Baltik from the Drunken Kelts, signing out. Catch ya.